Next, let's create the order controller. We need to first annotate the order controller with @REST control annotation. Also, we need to add the @alllogs constructor lombok annotation and @request mapping annotation, and then we can provide the base URL. Next, we can create the methods inside the order controller. Let's create order method, which takes one parameter of type order DTO. Let's import the order DTO class. And also we have to inject the order service into our controller. Now let's annotate the create order method with @post mapping annotation, and I'm going to give the @request body annotation to the parameter. Inside the create order method, we can call the order service methods. Let's call the create order method of order service, and we can pass the order DTO object. It will return an order DTO object. Let's take it to the saved order reference variable. Actually, the create order should return a response entity of type order DTO because this is the REST endpoint. So, and next we can add the return, and we can return a new response entity, and we can enclose the saved order object and the HTTP status of created. Next, we can create the get all orders endpoint. This returns a response entity enclosing a list of order DTO objects. And we can annotate this method with @getMapping annotation. Inside the get all orders method, we can call the order service method get all orders, and it will return a list of order DTO objects. Then we can return a response entity with all orders and HTTP status of OK. The next REST endpoint is get order by ID, which returns a response entity object with order DTO, and it takes one parameter which is of type long, and we can annotate the method with at getMapping annotation. Also, we can specify the path variable. Then in the parameter, we can add the at path variable annotation to bind the path variable to the parameter. Inside the method, we can call the getOrderById method of the order service, and we can pass the order ID value. It will return an object of order DTO. We can take it to a reference variable called found order, and then we can return a new response entity with the found order and HTTP status of OK. Next, we can create the update order method. Here also it returns a response entity with order DTO, and it takes two parameters. First parameter is an object of order DTO, and the second parameter is order ID of type long. We have to call the update order method of the order service, and we can pass the order DTO object and order ID as the two arguments, and it will return a order DTO object. Then we can return a response entity with updated order and HTTP status of OK. We need to annotate this with at put mapping annotation, and also we need to give the path variable as well. In the parameters also we have to give the at request body annotation and at path variable annotation. Finally, let's create the delete order REST API. This one will return a response entity with string, and it will take a parameter of order ID. We need to annotate this method with at delete mapping annotation, passing ID as the path variable, and let's give the at path variable annotation. Inside the method, we can call the delete order method of the order service. Then we have to return a new response entity with a message order with ID deleted successfully. Also we have to return the HTTP status of OK.